Urgent XRP Clarity Act update. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. Please read the disclaimer. XRP holders, we just got some news that could affect significantly the timeline of the Clarity Act. Even Clarity Act could be in danger of not even passing this cycle. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the current situation in Iran. We'll talk about money in the market, what's happening there. All I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smishity smash that like button because Saturday likes are for free. Let's get into it. So, Iran's supreme leader has forbidden negotiations with the US under current conditions, per IRGC affiliate Araja News. Argachi will not meet with Kushner and Witkoff in Pakistan. The White House said minutes ago that Iran reached out and asked for an in-person meeting. Right now, the situation is confusing. People really don't know what is going to happen with the ceasefire, with the negotiations. And of course, when this happens, there is uncertainty. But there will be people that will tell you, well, there's no money in the market and there's no money coming in. And that's why XRP is price action, or the crypto market price action, is weak right now. Well, I tell them, hey, listen, right now, we just saw the biggest reversal in US stock market history, 9 trillion added to US stock market in 25 days, even during an active war. And we saw the NASDAQ, the S&P, the Russell, all of them flip significantly and money flow into the market. So the fact is that people might be saying, hey, there's no money right now, but that is not true because we just saw a huge amount of money going back into the stock market. Right now, money doesn't want to go into the crypto market because a couple of reasons. First, high interest rates, still interest rates need to come down. Second, no clarity, right? If the crypto market, and of course, the crypto market was lower. XRP, hit on February 5th, almost $1, right? The low here for XRP was at $1.12. So, if you bought that low on February 5th, you're still up 27%. But the crypto market didn't crash, quote unquote, the same way the stock market sold off during the conflict, and it didn't pump back up the same way that the stock market pumped back up. So that's the current situation that we're in. The money sold off of the stock market and then bought back in, right? The crypto market didn't have this or that. We didn't have a big pullback, but we also didn't have a big comeback. It's the good and the bad. You didn't have a big sell-off there because the crypto market was already down so much, because XRP was already down so much from its high. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting situation if we do get Clarity Act. And again, we might be in danger here a little bit from a standpoint, because we did get a headline from Eleanor about the current situation of the Clarity Act. But before that, I just want to remind you that this video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Very, very important. Also, remember that I will never contact you on social media asking you to sign up to anything or send me any money. Those are scammers. Those are imposters. Please be very careful out there. So if we go to Eleanor's report here, she says Friday has come and gone with no word from Senator Tim Scott or the Banking Committee on scheduling a Clarity Act markup for next week. So right now, we're still uncertain. We still don't know what's happening. While Friday is not a hard deadline, a hearing can technically be scheduled up to 3 days in advance, making Monday the official cutoff before the Senate heads into a week-long recess on Thursday. Committee leadership may also be prioritizing a confirmation vote for Fed Chair nominee Kevin Warsh before they leave. Without any formal update, as Senate Banking Committee spokesperson declined to comment, all signs point to this slipping into May. We know Senator Tom Tillis has asked for more time to speak with banks on stablecoin yield issues and has said he wants to release text publicly ahead of the markup. We haven't seen any text yet, and it seems very unlikely it will be released before Monday in time for to notice a markup. This, combined with what she is hearing from multiple sources in both industry and Senate, that a markup is not expected until at least second week of May, points to April being off the table. So April is almost over, right? It's only 1 week, left here from today, right? Today is Saturday, so um, next Saturday is already May. Our cousin, it's it's the meme here with JT saying it's gonna be May. And so this is the current situation. But as the timeline continues to get pushed, we are in risk of, not getting this done in time before the midterm elections. And this is dangerous for the crypto market. And we have to take this into consideration that we're going to have, no Clarity Act. Now, you know how I try to approach these kinds of things. I look at it and say, okay, let's take this scenario and say no Clarity Act, right? Let's say Clarity Act doesn't pass. What is my approach to this? How am I going to play out a situation where the Clarity Act gets postponed? The whole market is waiting for it. We could see a sell-off. We could see Bitcoin to 50,000. We could see XRP get close back to $1. What are you doing then? How is your approach? How are you, ready for that? Are you going to be buying the dip? Are you going to be shorting? Are you, you have to get ready for this type of scenario. I am still confident that we're going to get this through because this is something that is very, very important to the president. I think that this is going to happen. But I've been wrong before, and I'll probably be wrong in the future. I'll also be right about certain things. This is how every single person, analyst, investor, you're going to have some that you're right about, and you're going to have some that you're wrong about. And the important thing is to understand that that is everybody, every single investor, even the most successful investors out there, they have some whiffs. They have some trades, they have some investments that were unsuccessful, right? And so if you're feeling a little bit like right now, everything is going against you, or that you don't know, what the future holds for the crypto market, everybody is in the same boat. Everybody is in the same boat than you. Don't think that you're alone in that. If we look though at the potential of what could happen, right? So we talked about the bad just now, but we can also look at in the good. If Clarity Act passes, right? And we are now seeing that the Federal Reserve balance sheet 5-week super trend has flipped to green for the third time in history. This has happened 3 times in 2005, in 2020, and now again in 2026. Historically, this means a potential run up for 6 months. Now, this could be only a stock market situation, right? If we don't get Clarity Act, there is still that still the danger of Clarity Act not passing and the crypto market selling off. We still have that. But if we do get a good result, Clarity Act passes, money starts flowing into the crypto market, the Fed starts with quantitative easing, the Fed chairman reduces interest rates. This is a perfect storm of good things that could potentially come to the crypto market. Then maybe we can finally see the banana zone that we have been waiting for, that analysts and crypto people have been calling for the past 6 months. That is the best case scenario in my opinion. And then we could potentially see XRP closing back to the $3 range and even potentially passing that. But that, again, is if all of these 3 things happen, quantitative easing, Clarity Act passes, Fed starts reducing interest rates, all of those things could be the perfect good storm that the crypto market and XRP needs just from a price action point of view. And again, I know I'm like flippity floppy a little bit on the good and the bad here, but we could also still have some bad stuff. We just learned here that Trump warns Supreme Court tariff ruling could cost $159 billion. Donald Trump said Supreme Court tariff decision could force the U.S. to repay up to $159 billion to companies and foreign countries. We could have headlines like this. We could have good things. We could have also bad things that could happen. Was it on the bingo card where, back in February and March of 2025 that we'd have all that tariff fear and sell off? No, but that happened. Could we have something good that fuels the market? Yes. Right now, we've had a string of bad things that have pull the markets down, but the stock market has recovered multiple times and the crypto market, not yet. I think again, a lot because of the Clarity Act. I know I'm putting a lot of pressure on the Clarity Act, but we saw as soon as the Clarity Act got pulled off the table, the crypto market started selling off. XRP was doing really good the first week or so of the year. We were back to 230, 239. And then as soon as that happened, Bitcoin, XRP, everything basically started selling off. And so that's why I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay, that was the reason why we sold off. Potentially that could be the reason why we recover here. Okay. But this is interesting as well. XRP whales outflow dominant Binance moves. XRP whale led 94.4% of the recent XRP outflows from Binance, signaling a large holder activity, but not necessarily accumulation. Whale transfers back to Binance rebound to 3,000 on April 23rd, 24th after dropping to nearly 0 days earlier. When you see a lot of whale movement and a lot of whale movement out of exchanges, the thinking is always, oh, this is because the whales know that a potential big move is coming, and that's why they're removing their assets from the exchanges because they don't want to sell. But this is not necessarily, we've seen this happen in the past, that whales just move assets to move assets sometimes. Sometimes they flip exchanges. Sometimes they get better, fees than another exchange. Sometimes they want to, sell. It's a slew of things. So the fact that whales are removing XRP from exchanges could be a good thing, but not necessarily. And so we have to take that into consideration. What do you think is going to happen with the Clarity Act and with this weekend? Are we going to see a dull weekend with no action, nothing going on? Or are we going to see a good, nice weekend with some nice recovery here? Maybe XRP can go to around 150. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think is going to happen this weekend? Don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.